Hello everyone, it's good to see you and I'm honored to join Professor Tewari class. Thank you, Professor. My name is Indira Prabasari and I'm the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Indonesia. As you see at the slide, that is the photo of our university from above. We have 10 faculties and 41 departments with the student body more or less 26,000. Recently, our university ranks as the 4th best Islamic university in the world. And today, I would like to give a lecture with the title, Adaptive Agriculture and the Role of Women in Maintaining Food Security. I will show you a case study in my city, Yogyakarta. Now, let's get started. Before starting the lecture, I would like to introduce briefly about my country, Indonesia. Indonesia is the largest country in Southeast Asia and is composed of approximately 17,500 islands, of which more than 7,000 are uninhabited. There are 5 islands, which are Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Sulawesi or Celebes, and Papua. Others are smaller islands. We have 100 active volcanoes in Indonesia and hundreds more that are considered extinct. The large number of volcanoes has made the land in Indonesia very fertile and therefore suitable for agricultural land. The population is increasing in Indonesia with now around 250 million people and almost half of them live in Java Island. Indonesia people is very diverse with 300 ethnic groups and 700 local languages. But we use one language, our national language, Bahasa Indonesia, to make things easier. To unify the people, we have a slogan called Unity in Diversity. If you are asking whether there is a conflict between ethnic groups, the answer is yes. Sometimes we have conflicts were small, and sometimes they were so big that we suffer heavy casualties. Now we look at my city, Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is second tourist destination after Bali. In Yogyakarta, we can find beaches, waterfalls, mountain, and other natural beauty. In the slide, you can see the beauty of Luang Sampang waterfall, and then Woh Kudu Beach and Mount Merapi. I will tell you later about the dangerous beauty Mount Merapi. Now, Yogyakarta is called a special province because we still have a Kasultanan or kingdom, and the Sultan or the king is also the governor of the province. Picture on the left showing the gate of the kingdom. In the middle, we can see an obelisk we call Tugu Jogja, and it's a symbol of unity between the kingdom and the people. We also have a temple. You can see it in the right slide, Prambanan Temple. That is the largest Hindu temple site, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the second largest in Southeast Asia after Angkor Wat in Cambodia. With all the heritage and its long history, it is understandable that Yogyakarta is also called as a cultural city. Now about Yogyakarta as an agricultural land. Mixed agricultural system with crop production, livestock, and home gardens, agroforestry systems, are the dominant agriculture types in Yogyakarta. This include paddy rice, mixed agroforestry systems with fruit trees such as mango, banana, and guava, and vegetables including tomato, chili, sweet potato, and cassava. And also the annual crops such as maize, beans, or groundnuts under rain-fed conditions. The soil in Yogyakarta, mostly litosol, which is suitable for tubers and beans to support food security. You can see the pie chart in the slide. Now, the total population in Yogyakarta is 3.72 2 million, and the proportion of male is 49.46% and female 50.54%. The people in Yogyakarta work mostly in the area of trading, hotel and restaurant area. And that is because Yogyakarta is the second tourist destination, as I mentioned earlier, followed by agricultural area and other occupation. Now, if we look at the map of food insecurity in Indonesia, we can see that Yogyakarta, you can see within the red cycle, is still safe because it's in a green zone. However, considering the increasing population and decreasing of agricultural land in Yogyakarta, food insecurity is something that we should consider of. Now talking about adaptive agriculture. Adaptive agriculture acknowledges the need for individuals to develop and grow their own healthy personal relationship with all aspects of food production. The decrease of land use, the rapid increase of population, climate change, and natural disaster are among 4 causes why we need to adapt in agricultural practices in order to cope with unavoidable damages in food production. Urban farming is one of the solutions, especially to combat food insecurity in the urban area. Now, Yogyakarta has experienced fast land use changes that were mainly caused by urban expansion, high population pressures, and growing demands for natural resources. If we look at the landscape of agricultural land in Yogyakarta, we see that land use decreased significantly in 13 years with the number of 25%. So it's pretty much. And followed by the decrease in crop production and agricultural households. Meanwhile, the profile of the farmers in Yogyakarta are not very good, with the age of the farmers over 55 years old with a low education. Now, we look at the population growth in Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta province comprises of 4 regency, which are Kulon Progo, Bantul, Gunung Kidul, and Sleman, and 1 municipality, which is Yogyakarta. The total population of Yogyakarta province is approximately 4 million, with annual population growth is approximately 1.18% per year. The most density area is in the Yogyakarta municipality, or we call it the city, with around 13,290 people per square kilometer. So you can imagine that it is pretty crowded. Now, Yogyakarta is a densely populated area which is situated in central Java in Indonesia and is threatened by 2 main factors: high population pressure and frequently occurring natural disaster. If we look at the graphic on the slide, flood is the most frequent natural disaster hits Yogyakarta, followed by landslide, drought, cyclone, tsunami, earthquake, and volcano eruption. Meanwhile, 2 pictures in the right side showing crop failure due to the extreme weather. The northern part of Yogyakarta reaches the foothills of the Merapi volcano, which is considered one of the most active volcanoes in the world. The month-long eruption in 2010 killed more than 200 people, displaced over 100,000 residents, killed over 1,000 livestock, and destroyed over 1,000 hectares of productive agricultural lands. It was dramatic devastation of the Sleman and Bantul regencies, along with the suburb of Yogyakarta municipality. Now, we look at the urban farming. Urban farming has been defined as an industry that produces, processes, and markets food and fuel largely in response to the daily demand of consumers within a town, city, or metropolis. And furthermore, urban farming are a simple low-cost technology adapted to the high-density areas of urban suburbs. And they can be established almost everywhere, in a backyard, on a flat rooftop, balcony, garden aisle, and even hanging on the walls. Urban farming is practiced on small to medium-sized areas within the city for growing annual entry crops, raising small livestock and fish for home consumption or sale. The slide shows the future of urban farming, how we cultivate crops in a spiraling skyscraper farms in a future Manhattan. That's what we dream of. That is what we hope, of course. Now, what about in developing country? Of course, it's a bit different. The urban farming in developing country is a way simpler. Yeah, in developing country, urban farming has different character, namely as an effort to support food security in urban areas, so that the farming development programs are regulated to meet family needs. Urban farming also includes a very wide range of activities like other agriculture, because it's not only related to cultivation activities, but also to processing, marketing, and even consumption and distribution processes. In addition to applying the principles of intensive agriculture and advanced technology. Urban areas generally tend to be developed for non-agricultural land use. In Yogyakarta urban agglomeration area, various types of industry, trade, services, including education and tourism, have sprung up as well as human settlements. Meanwhile, agriculture is still considered to be one of the land use patterns that will affect the shape as well as the sustainability of an urban area. FAO on 2003 positions urban farming as first, a source of supply for food system and an option for food security for urban households. Second, one of the productive activities to utilize open space and urban waste. And third, a source of income and job opportunities for the urban population. Now, increasing community participation is one form of active social empowerment that is oriented towards achieving the result of development carried out in the community. Urban farming is massive because its movement is based on issues that are closely related to everyday life, namely the fulfillment of food, at least on a household scale. Now, women play an important role in household food supply through their productive labor, through their decision-making about production, consumption, and division of food, and through the income they generate, which is often used to buy food. Various studies have shown that women's income has a greater positive impact on the health and nutritional status of the children than does men's income. Now, the Women Farmer Group, or WFG, is a government program to combat food insecurity in the urban area. The activities including training from the government or other institutions, for example, universities, in agricultural technology, plant cultivation, utilization of backyard, herbal medicine, management for agricultural small businesses, and etc. Some hamlets starting their WFG by their own money and then get support from the government. WFG grows every inch of their land to make it green, either in their yard, alleys, and even walls of buildings. Some WFG expanded their businesses to raise more profits, such as food stall, fisheries, and other agricultural businesses. Now we look at the WFG in my own area, in my own neighborhood. So I did some small research in 3 WFG around my neighborhood. That's in a hamlets. In Indonesia, the village divided by several hamlets, and then they recognize the hamlet by the number. So for example, hamlet 01, hamlet 02, hamlet 03, and etc. Now we look at the hamlet 08 in Wirogunan. The total population in that hamlet is 540, with the total area is 0.04 kilometer square. So you have an idea that that's a very condensed populated area. And the WFG Hamlet 08 in Wirogunan was established 3 years ago in July 2018. It was founded out of concern over the unproductive lands in the neighborhood. After 3 years, they managed to plant the narrow alleys and unproductive lands and succeed in planting more than 250 varieties of vegetables, flowers, and medicinal plants. Recently, they extend their urban farming not only plants but also fisheries such as catfish, and they also produce maggot as fish feed. To make sure the program in the WFG running well, the members' meetings were conducted regularly, and the activities was also involve men. Now we look at the WFG in Hamlet 08 Suronatan. Like any other WFG in other hamlets, the WFG in Hamlet 08 Suronatan utilize narrow alleys and yards to grow many kinds of plants, from flowers, horticulture, and medicinal plants or herbal plants. The total population is 1,128, occupied total area of 0.05 kilometers square. So the area is very densely populated. Now, the WFG in Hamlet 08 Suronatan expanded their businesses into other agricultural businesses, that is herbal medicine stall. For your information, the tradition to drink herbal medicine is very strong in our country, in Indonesia, and the women in this hamlet see that as an opportunity to raise their profits. Now, the Hamlet 05 in village of Demangan. The total population of the hamlet is 694 people, with the total area of 0.06 kilometers square. Although the total area is bigger compared to the other 2 hamlets, but the available land to do urban farming in this area is very small, only approximately 13 meters square. This other picture showing how the women in this hamlet, Hamlet 05 Demangan, managed to grow plants in every inch of land, either front yards or alleys, to make surrounding green and beneficial to the community. So the summary from this lecture are: the 3 WFG in Wirogunan, Suronatan, and Demangan show their potential in supporting family food security through urban farming. However, the land available is too small to be expanded into other agricultural businesses. The activities chosen based on neighborhood needs, including type of plants selected, whether they want to set up stalls or not, and so on. The activities in WFG reinforce unity among people, especially the sisterhood among women in the urban area. Well, I think this is it from my lecture today. If you have some questions, you can go to Professor Tewari, and then Professor Tewari will pass it to me through emails. Again, thank you for joining this guest lecture, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.